I guess just for you, you're back, you played 37 minutes, just kind of how did it feel?
I felt pretty good, given the fact that I hadn't played in so long, jumping back into a playoff game. I would say I felt pretty good.
Doc said he felt like, we were just going to kind of blow it out at the end. Like, I know Dave was probably exhausted, but let's try to get through it. He's got 2 days to recover. Did it feel that way for you? Like he's getting tired? I know you still hit a big 3 late, but I guess just that last stretch, how did that feel?
I felt pretty solid. I got a little bit winded, but I think, everybody was a little winded. It was a long stretch. We cut the lead to 2. We could have very well stole that game. We was in position to do it. But it's all mental. It's a mental battle. Just the competition, pushing through, being disciplined, being able to do what needs to be done down the stretch of the game. So I think that's what Doc meant. And for me, I wasn't really thinking about, I'm tired or any of those things. It was just like, I'm out here and I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
And understanding you didn't play game 1, but second game in a row, slow starts, both sides of the ball, I guess. And I do get that the deficits were cut a couple of times, but to just have to chase this team for 48 minutes, I think the Bucks have led like 2 minutes of this first 2 games. How difficult has that been, and how important is it to maybe find that early switch in game 3?
Yeah, we gotta start games better. I think we didn't start the first quarter well, and we didn't start the third quarter well. So we gotta start off better. Our attention to detail has to be better in our coverages and what we're doing, our communication. Offensively, we gotta come out and have better pace and execute better, understand what we're supposed to be doing based on how we're being defended, knowing why we're doing what we're doing offensively, and taking advantage of their scouting report on our offense. And you watch film and it's there. A lot of the stuff that we talk about and the things that we drill is there. It's just a matter of being in a place where you are playing the game for that, being able to play hard and play smart at the same time. And a lot of times I think that's what's kind of putting us in that situation. But they play well. They play well on their home floor. We got to be better to start the first quarter, to start the third quarter, and start playing from behind. And if we can play how we play when we've gotten back into these games from the beginning, which is hard, I think it would look different, but we haven't. So they protected their home floor, and we got to continue to push and watch film and see what we're not doing well enough, and fix those things. And I think we would be in a much different position.
I understand the professionals they're paid to and a good team, but is it a little frustrating to know that the week-long emphasis, or was ball control, trying to be tight with the ball? I understand turnovers will happen, but just the fact that it really kind of bit you guys a lot today too, to have the ball go the other way, live ball turnover.
Yeah. If you have the kind of size that we have and length that we have, you want to make a team play against your half-court defense as much as you can. And a team like them, even on makes, they're going to try to jump it in quick and give themselves some type of transition. They want to play fast because that's what suits them. They want to get in the paint, they want to penetrate, draw to, pitch. They want to play that way. And when you're giving them live ball turnovers, sometimes we got guys in the corner, we got our bigs in the paint. When you have a turnover, you don't know when that's going to happen. So they pushing it at you, you off balance, you're trying to balance the floor defensively, and that's what they do well. So we've put ourselves in that position more than we would like to. And like I said, when you don't execute a game plan or you're not doing the things that we've talked about coming in well enough, it's going to be hard to win a game. And taking care of the ball, executing, getting back on the shot, taking away the transition opportunities, the quick opportunities that they like to get. We haven't done a good enough job limiting those things and being sharp enough at those things for us to play a consistent enough game to win on the road.
One game.
Bobby seemed to really be the team's connector tonight. What did you see from him?
Bobby is a big part of our team's success. His spirit, what he brings to the team. He rebounds the ball, he stretches the floor, he makes threes. he gets in the pocket and he's able to get to the next action really good. You know, he's probably the best on our team at getting it and going to the next thing so we can play on, you know, the second side and the third side. He can get on the block and take advantage of those matchups. His energy is always there. The competitiveness is always there. So when he's on and when he's, you know, being himself, that's always a positive for our team, and he was that way tonight.
And then what did you think of Kuz and his effort and just some of his finishes and touches tonight?
He was aggressive. I thought he got more opportunities. After last game, you know, we, as his teammates, we got to recognize the opportunities that he's going to get in transition when he's running ahead. The same way we, you know, want to pitch it up to Giannis, we got to see when that's cool, because when he's getting downhill, it's an issue for teams, and he's also a good playmaker in that situation. And even in our sets where he's handling, initiating, and Giannis is behind the defense, I'm behind the defense, is allowing us to play that way, which is easier than playing in front of 10 eyes all the time, but it's also giving him an opportunity to have the ball in his hands and to dribble it and to just have a good feel for it. So I thought we did a better job of that tonight, and we got to keep doing a better job of it, but I thought it helped him have a better game.
One game for you on the sideline, one game in it. At the point of attack defensively, what are you seeing that you guys maybe aren't doing well?
I think tonight we pretty much switched everything. We had a lot of switching going. And when you do that, it requires a lot of communication. You get mismatches, you got to be able to scram guys out, and we got to rotate, and we got to be aware, we got to be communicating. And it has to be all the time, because if there's a miscommunication or two guys or one guy doesn't say anything, and then two people go with somebody cutting, and you leave a guy on the perimeter for an open shot, you know, when you're switching a lot, it leaves a lot of room for those types of things to happen. And I thought that was our main issue. Is just sometimes we didn't communicate well enough. I thought we switched, and we executed that part well, but it was the next part. Sometimes indecisive, and the guy is coming off and going downhill right away because we didn't say which side the switch was on. You know, we didn't communicate where it was coming from, so I thought that hurt us.